frost bites the marsh of Awazu. Sleet falls on broken armor and dying men. At the center of this slaughter sits a single rider in indigo, the legendary Onimusha, Tomoe Gozen. Her master, Lord Yoshinaka, is completely cornered. His great rebellion has collapsed into ruin, yet none dare step forward. Why do they hesitate? Because they know the woman guarding him is a god of death. But today ends a sacrifice heavier than dying. Can you survive the telling?
Long before the stained snow, there were the Kiso Mountains. Here, the mist holds the quiet, a weapon of grace, a striking woman with a pale, unyielding face. Her raven hair bound in a pristine white ribbon. She was undeniably born for the sword, yet her heart belonged to Minamoto no Yoshinaka, a brash, rugged lord wrapped in a tattered bear pelt. His ambition was a threat to consume the entire world. She followed.
Late in the 12th century, Japan fractured. The Genpei War plunged the land into chaos, while historians record many women defending their homes, the very vanguard of the slaughter.
She was Yoshinaka's chief commander, a master of the bow, unmatched on horseback. Her strength could snap a demon's spine. But what happens when mortals war?
Yoshinaka raised his banners against the ruling Taira clan. A desperate gamble for the Tomoe rode beside him, her nada gleaming, a massive steel blade atop a lacquered wooden shaft.
She would trace its deep blood groove absent-mindedly before every charge. Their army marched into the steep, chaotic valleys of Kurikara Pass. The trap was set.
An ocean of enemies waited in the darkness. But Yoshinaka did not flinch. He rested a heavy hand on his sword pommel, trusting his life to the woman in indigo. Would she deliver? Midnight fell under a blood-red moon. Tomoe unleashed a herd of oxen with flaming torches bound to their horns. The enemy ranks shattered in blind terror. The pass became an inferno.
Fiery oranges and ash grays painted the gorge. Tomoe led the vanguard charge, cutting through the panic. The rebellion had triumphed.
They marched into Kyoto as conquerors. Yoshinaka power is a poison, and the capital's venom was already seeping into their ranks.
Their own clan turned against them. Jealous cousins saw Yoshinaka not as a hero, but a rabid dog. The hunter became the hunted. Tomoe's white ribbon grew frayed.
Battle after battle, they bled. The mud-stained ribbon tracked the collapse of their fleeting glory. They were pushed back. Who could survive such relentless, crushing despair?
Only Tomoe. The balladeers sing of her riding arrows, untouched by fear. She defended her lords retreating back, a specter of violence.
Falling pine needles drifted across a reminder of the samurai's tragic, fleeting existence. They were chased to the pine forest of Awazu, a bleak marshland coated in frost. Muddy browns and stark whites framed their final stand. Only 300 riders remained.
300 against a vast, overwhelming sea of six. A howling wind cut through the barren, weeping pines. Yet Tomoe did not yield. She tightened her grip on her weapon.
They charged into the sleet. Tomoe became a tempest of steel, slicing through armored men as if they were brittle reeds. Her beautiful face was an unmoving mask of cold wrath. Yoshinaka's horse plunged deep into the freezing mud. He was trapped. The rebel lord looked upon his greatest warrior. He knew he would die here, but his final command shattered her.
"Flee," he ordered his loyal shadow. "You are a woman. It would be a disgrace for me to die accompanied by a woman in my final moments." The words cut deeper than iron.
They fought until 300 became 50. Only a handful of loyal shadows stood breathing in the frozen rice paddies, but the true tragedy had not yet begun.
Was it true misogyny? Or a desperate lie to save the woman he loved? Tomoe stood paralyzed in the bitter wind. Her perfect loyalty demanded obedience. To stay and die, she looked upon her ruined master. What could a broken warrior possibly do? She bowed her head. The choice was made. If she must abandon her lord to die alone, she would leave him with a sacrifice worthy of the gods. One final, terrifying display.
From the mist emerged Honda no Moroshige, a brutally scarred brute in rust-iron armor, a heavy-set victor with a permanent sneer, gripping a massive iron war club. He sought her head. He cracked his thick neck, confident in his brutal triumph. He saw a lone woman, exhausted and outnumbered. He did not see the storm of grief waiting behind her pale eyes.
Tomoe did not flee. She spurred her mount directly toward the giant. The mud exploded beneath her horse's hooves. As the old songs tell it, she rode with the fury of demons.
Moroshige raised his club, but his confident sneer melted into overwhelming terror. He realized too late what he was facing. Not a woman, a shattered weapon with nothing left to lose. She crashed into his mount, grappling the heavy brute, with godlike strength around their frozen, violent embrace.
She raised her blade. The marsh held its breath. If this was to be her final act for the lord she loved, it would echo through eternity. Would the blow land true? In a single, fluid motion, twisted his helmet and took his head, effortlessly decapitating the rival commander. A spray of crimson painted the stark white snow. The deed was absolute.
She threw the severed head to the muddy ground, a gift for her dying lord.
Tomoe looked back one last time. Yoshinaka rested his hand on his sword, waiting for his noble end. She stripped off her heavy armor. She dropped her weapon. She turned away.
The invincible Onimusha vanished into the eastern provinces until her final breath. Did she ever find peace in the quiet mountains? While the lines between historical fact and mythic poetry blur, the legend of Tomoe Gozen re-enemy lines, the indigo flash of absolute devotion. Falling pine needles cover the muddy battlefields. The warriors are dust, is not simply dying for your master. It is harder than that.
True loyalty requires the supreme courage to fight. But the ultimate sacrifice is bearing the unbearable burden of living to tell the tale.